my view on it is that I don't see any reason any politician in that country will spend money for buying any armored car because they are not going to fight war. If we need armored car, let us buy it for those our military that fighting terrorists in the northern part of Nigeria, not for a minister that who is going to live in Abuja. Let me say we drive like 15 minutes to our office. So even though even if the price is less, I don't see any reason a public office holder in Nigeria will be buying armored car. If we put our house in order, do we need any of those things? If we can develop the country in order, we don't see any reason. There is no need for a leader to be putting armored car. If you are entering armored car, is the accommodation, the building you are living, is it also a bulletproof building, or you are going to stay in a bulletproof office? So I don't see any reason why in Nigeria we spend that use amount to furnish a political office.
She gave an excuse that the ministry needed operational cars. Okay, I know that there are cars and there are cars, but they have their reasons for choosing an armored car. If it's still within the law to get those cars, if it's not outside the law, if it's not embezzlement of public funds, if it's not disregard of the Nigerian society, if it's not a spite to the Nigerian community, then I don't know. I don't know what should be done, because the minister did not break the law. But if she did break the law, then she should face the consequences. The issue is getting so volatile, right? The issue is getting is now passing the borders of what it should be. It's now becoming an ethnic war, right? Where the Igbos now think that the Yorubas, they are condemning us, because I see reports about Omolere, if I'm correct, the man of Sahara. So many people have attacked him because they feel Sahara reporters, whatever, they feel he's taking it too personal. Okay, so many people have attacked the Premium Times and even Vanguard too. What I think is that Nigerians, we should see beyond the picture, right? We should not make anything about our tribes and all. We should follow due process in whatever we do, and if due process was followed here, then I don't see why the minister should be probed.
See, I read that some people demonstrated, for this woman about 2 days ago in Abuja. You see, these are the people we are talking about. Are they so daft that they don't even know the right thing to do? Are we really human beings? When you look at the things that are going on in Nigeria, is in a normal society, it's not supposed to be like that. We have been fooled for a very long time. We don't even know our right from our left. We are in this nation and things are going on. Look at, even if at all this thing is, we have a due process for it. Look at the money that's involved. How are we going to, something that is, I don't really understand. Sometimes when you look at some things, even here in Western world, if such a case happens, the person will resign first. Then the state, the government, everybody will set up an appointment to know what to do at the right time. But now we don't even know what to do.
For me, it's really pathetic that at this point in time we are still involving ourselves with politicians that only think about themselves, and it's really a pitiful situation, because in as much as you try to portray the country in good light, even if outside the shores of Nigeria, it's still making no effort, because when you get to see things like this, it's like, you just can't even say, where is this country actually heading to? We're all Nigerians. Some of us are outside here studying, some of us are into so many other things. But when you look back and listen and hear this kind of things coming up, then you now ask yourself, what actually is the change we're talking about? For me, I think it's a very unfortunate incident, and we as Nigerians should totally condemn these things, because the politicians are really showing us that they have no focus, they have no goal to drive at, actually. Because if a minister of aviation is thinking of cars of that amount, I wonder on what roads actually she will be driving those cars.
So if there's a cabal, I don't know, we should see the cabal. The cabal should go to court. There should be a committee for the cabal, like there was a committee for the cabal of fuel subsidy, right? So if there are people that she feels are fighting her, she should just step up and give us names. She has nothing to lose. She's almost losing herself now. So it's better she would give us names if she feels people are attacking her. If she feels this is a conspiracy theory, she should be able to give us evidence to prove that this is a conspiracy theory. But just like I've always said, if this is lawful, if it's within the parameters of the law, if the constitution made provisions for things like this, they should let the minister go.
We've got to call a spade a spade. Whoever is involved in this thing is corrupt, and there is no need to start painting it. But the sad part of it is that I can tell you, 5 years from today, this is not going to go anywhere. We're still going to get stuck somewhere in the legal system, because our legal system is structured in such a way that it's not structured to catch criminals. It's just structured to be playing hoops around. People will just start jumping around. I mean, they will carry one issue, drag it out to the Supreme Court, come back. So I can tell you, like, in the next 5 years, we'll still, I mean, what we've had cases of in the past, corruption, the other car case in the National Assembly, the bank, where is it? It's still stuck somewhere along the line. So I don't think we should be too hopeful about this matter. The point is, it's corruption, it's evil, but people will try to paint it as a political issue. People have stolen money, bought cars 10 times the price, but I mean, well, it's Nigeria, so anything goes. So they're going to spin it here, political, spin it here, reform. I mean, what does reform have to do with ordering vehicles and all those stuff and all these things? I mean, it's just plain corruption. She's probably going to get one son who's going to come there and start, I mean, throwing hoops and all kinds of spanners in the works and everything. And before you know, we're nowhere. We're nowhere. So I think that's my own contribution.
If we are truly fighting corruption, why, if this kind of thing happened in a country like this, why don't EFCC come to investigate the issue? Instead of us beating around the House of Reps, say they did not approve this. Some will say the amount was 70, this, that. So I think for the best thing for any countries to do, if we have a agency that's fighting corruption, is for the EFCC to investigate the issue, not by saying people she's an Igbo that they are fighting her. It's very obvious that really they bought the car, because I heard the other day the man in charge of the account that he said the initially amount was 70 million, then it was due to some additional stuff like that. That is why the price was inflated, because the cars were on lease. So that is to say that they actually bought the car in that price. So it is very obvious and clear that they bought the two cars that were not being approved by the law. It is very clear that there is issue of mismanagement, there's issue of corruption, there's issue of lack of passing due process. So EFCC should have come to investigate in this issue.
The truth is, somebody has taken money that belongs to the Commonwealth of Nigeria, all of us, and just whack the money like that. So the point is, whether the person, they'll just keep it talking left and right, left and right. So my own case is, even if you they are claiming, they'll never get to the root of the money. The truth is, we'll never get to know where the money is. But the truth is, do we have the political will? On the question you asked earlier about the EFCC fighting and all those stuff, I mean, I've never seen the EFCC prosecuting any of the government supporters. No supporter of government. They always curiously seem to be fighting only against the opposition or those who are falling out of favor with the government. But I think we'll never be able to get to the bottom of the 10.1 million. What we're going to get is denials from the Ministry of Finance, denials from Customs, denials from this, denials from importer, all kinds of denials. But the root cause of it, because I mean, the truth is, the way the system is structured. The system is structured to cover corruption, and I mean, so we just really need to reform if we're going to get to the bottom. But I can assure you, 1 year from now, you never know what has happened to that 10.1 million. We'll never hear anything about it. We'll just keep jumping around.
If she did not approve the car, but she did see the need, maybe her words translated to signatures on papers or something. I don't approve, but do the needful. It's like you're talking to toddlers, you're talking to 5-year-olds that cannot articulate well, right? It doesn't make it doesn't make complete sense. Do the needful. What is the needful? The needful is sign the card, but don't say I told you to sign it. Is it the needful? Or the needful is don't sign it, you don't need it. What exactly is the needful?
On an official document, write minuting approved, but do the needful. I mean, in a way, it's like I can tell you for one that do the needful was added after the original, perhaps after this scandal broke. Perhaps on the original memo, you would have seen just approved.
Are you sure? Are you sure this is a weighty allegation you're making?
I'm suspecting so, because what is the meaning of that? I've never had in any official sector those kind of, what does it mean do the needful? I mean, I've not had that kind of thing before. So knowing Nigerians for who they are and how corrupt our system is, I would not be surprised if somebody has added it. But in any case, it is a first. What is the meaning of that? Just it's all ambiguity, just ambiguity, just to keep people off the line, denial. But of course, what do you expect her to do? To come and say that I actually ordered this car from NCA, ordered another one from FAN? No, she's probably going to deny. So I think all lies upon lies upon lies again. And I can tell you that that document needs to be scrutinized properly. Let them bring it into the public domain for it to undergo processing, and you'll be shocked at them. Don't be surprised to see that somebody must have gone to add something, but do the needful.
This conversation can go on and on, but we have to stop here. To view the full version of that explosive discussion, go to our website. It's channelstv.com and our YouTube channel, youtube.com/channelsweb.